Said it's difficult for sometimes for people to seek help, yes. and they might even resist help.
Yes.
So tell us about how you work with people who are naturally resistant to this kind of intervention. They just are not familiar with it.
So adding the stigma to the non-understanding of psychological disorder in general or mental health issues in general in Iraq is impossible for people to actually go and seek help. Because oftentimes they say, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I don't need somebody to talk to me. I'm okay. Ironically, they will tell me that, well, we have nightmares. I sleep only like a couple of hours during the night. My kids are so jumpy. I don't eat well, but I'm not crazy. I'm okay. So the whole stigma around it is very, very strong. How to help them is through comprehensive programming, actually. So one of the things that I mentioned earlier is how to build a kind of like informal relationship with the people. So one of the things you do is you have what we call structured recreational activities or psychosocial support activities. Then you get to know the people. You offer the people what they want. Like fun activities sometimes, some sort of like learning activities, classes. You get to know the people in kind of like their unstructured environment, like the whole person. You get to know them, how they laugh, how they talk to other people, what they enjoy, what they don't enjoy. So you get to know them, and you get to know lots of things about them. Then after that, you will observe what happens. So one of the things we do is like myself or one of the social workers, we will sit with the people in their activities, kind of like just observe and build relationships with them. So once we see somebody is not really interacting, or somebody is never enjoying or not laughing, or somebody used to be different, like so engaging, so friendly, and there's a change suddenly, we just raise that with the people, and we just take them aside, and we're like, I notice there's a change. Do you want to talk about anything? We have a private room if you want to. We can go and talk. And oftentimes, this is the start of the therapeutic relationship. This is the time when we can actually talk to people what we are offering them. And oftentimes, they come into the room, they burst into tears, they just talk non-stop for almost 2 hours. They just tell us all about, because they have repressed it for so long, so they will tell us everything. They want everything to come out at once. So they will just talk and talk and talk and talk about all of that. So we just give them space. We just give them an acceptant, friendly, non-judgmental environment, an understanding environment. So they trust us and they feel comfortable talking. And often after these 2 hours, they're like, I feel much better. And they hug us and they're like, thank you so much. I'm a very different person. Like sexual violence is considered a traumatic event, so it can induce traumatic reaction, post-traumatic stress disorder generally. So what we do at SEED, we have this, like in the center, we have this, as I mentioned, comprehensive approach. So everybody comes together. So one of the things that helps is it removes the stigma element of the whole thing. So they can come for whatever activity they want. Nobody will know that they came to therapy or to their art class, to their knitting, to their baking, whatever they want to come. So nobody will know any of that. And once they know that, it's a step forward for them. So we just treat them as anybody else. Sometimes we know that this particular person have been through sexual violence, but we will never talk about any of that until they're ready and they want to talk. And And once they're ready and they want to talk, we talk to them as any other client. We never ask them about that. When they want to talk about it, they will tell us, I have been raped by ISIS. Well, when we hear that, we know that this person is really trusting us, because this is something nobody talks about it. This is something that's really, really extreme in this society. So anybody who talks about it will be really stigmatized. So this is a really good sign for us.